The learning happens through just a ton of repetition. That's one of the advantages to building, is you have a lot of opportunity to do something again and again and again. When you're framing a building, you're gonna cut a lot of 2x4s and you get way more accurate.
When we first got here, like there was no sidings on the building. It kind of just looked bare. And then when we finished that, it's just like, I did that, you know? Just like I could see a visual difference in the building, and I could just tell, you know, I put those up. I had some kind of impacts on this building.
So I was here when we started siding, even before the summer started. And I remember like the first board that we cut and we put up here, and just thinking about like how far I've come. And it's just so rewarding to be able to like look on the outside of the building, like see how far we've come.
The process for getting hired was I picked up an application, I filled it out, gave it to Kyle. During that time where they had my application, I did volunteer things, like I went to the farm sale, and I volunteered here just a little more during the days of school. I showed them, you know, I wanted to work, I wanted to help, I wanted to be there, and I wanted to be part of this kind of community they have.
Yeah, the project will provide students an opportunity to learn building skills. So the hard skills, really like the technical aspect of building. We're going to be building tiny homes. So of course those homes are going to have framing and sheathing and just all the parts of a house, but in a couple hundred square feet. So that's kind of the hard skills. The soft skills, we're learning to work together, communicate, problem solve, count on one another, and really just a lot of opportunity to gain confidence as students develop skills and see their own proficiency grow.
I was the first person to ask. I was like, hey, can I go out and can I do construction? And I was doing that for like almost half of my school year. And then I heard that I could get a job doing that over the summer. I was just so excited to be able to like finally get paid to do all this construction work, but it was also just an amazing opportunity to get more experience.
I chose to apply for the farm crew because I would see crew already out here and then picking things and then sometimes planting and doing their thing, and then finding out that like you can take some home at the end of the day, or like just being here in general. It really caught my attention.
Chose to apply for the summer job. Honestly, I was just doing it for the money, but then I like grew a strong connection to the summer crews and all of the work involved with it.
So they really learned how to trust each other to help complete each task, and they just took like pride in the food that they were growing and giving out to the community, and that was really cool to see.
Rewarding, I'd say probably eating the food at the end because, well, you get to see the whole process of it, planting it, growing it, picking it, and at the end, we're being able to enjoy it.
I found out that it's a lot more than just putting a seed in the ground and letting it grow. You have to have certain types of soil levels and water levels.
Community members come every Wednesday and they can take home fresh fruits and vegetables from our barn, and the students this summer were contributing directly to that program. So everything that they harvested, washed, packed, would then go out to the community on Wednesdays.
I do think that this experience has made it easier for me to go out of my comfort zone and try new things.
I'd much rather be here and doing something, knowing that I am helping out, than just staying at home and doing nothing, you know. So I love spending my time this way.
Letting students know if they were going to apply that we work really hard, but we also have fun while we're out there. And even if they're not interested in farming as a career, it's a really great way to learn how to grow your own food for yourself throughout life, and also just learning how to hold down a job.
Just being on the farm in the summer is a reward in and of itself, because it's really beautiful, and to see things in bloom and food growing and like the amount of just activity was really neat, and getting to share that.
I felt like I got to teach a lot of kids new experiences that they've never got to learn. Like some kids have never been on a farm before and like they've never had a fresh strawberry or fresh lettuce and that kind of stuff. They went home and taught their parents stuff too. Like they were telling their parents what they learned and they got to be like sent home with recipes and stuff. So they as well got to like teach their parents or like family members how to like cook things or do things that they learned at camp.
There was some training just with the high schoolers leading up to the actual camp, but then the bulk of it was all of us together, the staff, the high schoolers, and the third graders, moving through rotations. Some of the activities like different arts and crafts, I would lead as an adult, but we were really trying to empower the high schoolers to like really be the leaders.
I felt like I learned a lot of like work experience with this. How to like work at a job and stuff, work with coworkers, problem solve, that kind of stuff. Like it's a really laid back camp, like it's a really fun camp. You gotta learn how to handle the group of kids that you have. And each group of kids is different.
Definitely by the end of the third week, they were more confident on the whole. Some of them had not formally worked with kids before, but by the end of it were more comfortable like talking to the third graders, stepping into their power and like leading stations and answering questions.
I'm really happy that these kids had a really fun time and had a really fun experience here. Because like some of them never got to go to summer camp before. And this one, they all said was super duper fun.
I chose to apply for the summer job because I like the opportunity that it brings.
Knowing that somebody's dependent on me and knowing I have somewhere to be every day.
I like having an excuse to go outside.
My responsibilities were to hire students and lead them on crew days with community partners like Mackenzie River Trust, CT Calusi, Army Corps.
My favorite part about working on the trail crew, all the adventure, all the fun. The work is definitely hard, but it definitely came back and was repaid, and all the fun stuff we get to do, all the places we get to see.
These sites become really special places because we revisit them year after year, and students develop relationships with the sites and the people working on them.
I figured out how important certain species and plants are. I figured out the kind of work that we're doing genuinely does help our community and the environment.
They're speaking to like being part of a community that needs them, that wants them there, and that's as a result of their actions throughout the summer.
Now, I've incorporated a lot of stuff I've learned from trail crew, even at my own house, like taking care of different plants and getting rid of invasives just on my property.
I definitely felt the responsibility of just having to be here every day. Can't let my team down, gotta show up and work hard, and it really showed me that just showing up really matters.
I think the students said it best for the most part. We had a closing circle, and the thing that came up over and over again was that I feel like people can depend on me now in a way that I didn't feel before, and I feel needed.
If I were to give any advice to anybody coming into trail crew, it would definitely be show up on time and have an open mind.
Just try it. You never know if you'll like it. You know, it's always nice just to have a little bit of experience and something that you might not even do as your main job. It's just nice to try new things out.
I would tell them that they're interviewing every day. This is like a life thing that I feel like I've learned, is that the job opportunities that come up aren't always the ones that you apply to. They're the ones that people notice you doing something else and think you'd be a great fit for that.